This one's for the gents, or maybe it might be for the ladies as well. Are you a man who's dissatisfied with how it's looking down there? Are you a woman who is dissatisfied with how your man is looking down there? Well, then I introduce you Manscaped. Now, as a guy will know, the hardest place to shave on the body, after the back of the knee, and the ladies know what I'm talking about here, the back of the knee is incredibly difficult to shave. I know myself because I trim my leg hair. I don't completely clean shave it, but I trim it. And whether you're going out with an electric razor or a straight razor, that is difficult. But even more difficult is the sack. I hate to be so vulgar in the term, call it what you want. The goods, the crown jewels, the meat and potatoes. A near impossible thing to shave. Now, I'm sure you've gone at it in all the different methods possible. You've tried your beard trimmer. Very bad idea. You're more likely to lose your manhood than shave it. A straight razor. Once again, we know how easy it is to cut yourself with a straight razor if you're clean shaving your face. Scissors even. Probably the safest method, but if you snip too close, once again, you're out the game. Of course, there is waxing. I've never done that. I don't even know if you can wax that part of the body, but I wouldn't think that'd be a good idea. But there is a fifth option, Manscaped. Now, this is sounding like I'm sponsoring them. Of course, I don't have a sponsorship. I'm not quite at that level. But I had seen this advertised on many YouTube channels. You may have seen it before as well. Today's video is sponsored by Manscaped. Use my code for 10% off and free shipping. Well, most of the time I ignore the ads that YouTubers post, but this ad, I was like, The thing that stood out to me was their skin safe technology. Now, what this basically means is you can't cut yourself with this. As their motto goes, if you nick the sack, you get your money back. I know, very humorous. But when I saw that, I thought there's nothing really to lose here, apart from my manhood and the ability to have children one day. But I thought, what the heck, why not give it a try? Now, I had extra motivation, in a sense, because if you're a guy out there as well, like I mentioned before, it's extremely difficult to shave that area. And you may have, like me, almost got to the sense of giving up. What's the point? It's not worth the risk. And if you're also a single man, like me, you'll be thinking, well, who gives a shit? Because you're the only one seeing it. So you just sorta let it go, as that princess from that movie said. So what finally motivated me to get this product, to sort it all out? Is it the fact that I might be going on a date? Absolutely not. Of course not. No, I just did it because I thought it looked cool. Alright. Now, I ordered just the Lawnmower 3.0. This is the third version of it. I don't know what the previous models were like. I assume pretty similar, but I believe this has some additional features. And that was on sale when it was actually cheaper if you ordered it with a care plan, where you pay £15 every 3 months and they send you a new razor to put on the top here, because they say that if you're using it often enough, the razor's going to go a bit blunt and you want something new that's, you know, just refreshed. And I thought, why not? You know, £15 every 3 months, it's a small price to pay. And the overall deal was cheaper. In fact, it was, well, it was 70 quid, I think, just for the lawnmower, and then it was 60 quid for the lawnmower with the care plan. So they were kind of doing you a deal. Obviously, you end up paying more in the long run, but you save money initially. I'm a sucker for that. But of course, I knew there was all these promo codes out there, you know, and I thought I'd try a YouTuber I watch, try his promo code, but it wasn't working. Maybe he didn't have one going at the moment, but literally, if you want to save another 20%, just type in Manscaped discount codes. I found a 20% code and I just shoved that right in there, and I end up paying about £48 for this. Now, I know what you may be thinking. I can't have a box shop to the house that says Manscaped on it. What are people going to think? They could be like, what the fuck are you doing with that? Comes in a blank brown cardboard box. You're all good. Tell them it's a present. Tell them you ordered deodorant. Tell them you ordered a DVD. It doesn't matter. Now, that arrived within about 5 days, and I was actually quite excited for a grooming product, you know? For a razor, I was kind of like, wow, I might feel like a changed man after this. Now, it arrived, and you have to charge it up to start with. The deal with this is a 90-minute charge, gets you 90 minutes of power. Now, of course, the chance of you actually using this for 90 minutes is very unlikely. Unless you're doing a full thing, you know, you're doing your chest, you're doing there, you're doing your legs, all that. I haven't actually personally used this for leg trimming, but I'm very open to give it a go. Now, I don't want to be too graphic here with my experience with it. That's not what you want to hear. But I'll keep it simple. This thing is very good, very quiet, and very practical. And it does the job better than I really could have hoped for. Now, another one of their slogans for this is slow and steady wins the race. That is the case. You don't want to just go, zoom, zoom, zoom. You want to just steady, go against the grain. Or towards the grain. It comes with a picture, you know, to show which way you should be using it to get it most effective. And, you know, even before I start using it. It's skin safe technology, can't nick yourself. I'm still doubtful. You're putting something electric and motorized on, oh man, how do I put this nicely? Loose skin, you know? Almost like shaving an armpit in a sense. If you've ever shaved your armpits, I would hope you have, because it's hygienic to do that, of course. But you know, each their own. But the skin under there is somewhat loose because you have to stretch it and stuff. You know, joints where you have to stretch, like, you know, you get knee skin, and that's not a knee, that's an elbow. But you know what I mean, joints, that sort of thing. Loose skin, you know, you're shaving it, you can get caught in the rolls, I guess you'd call it. My point is, I was still a little bit anxious to use it. Now, long story short, I used it. No nicking, no blood, no tears. Complete success, and I can say based off that, worth every penny. Now, I've only used it a couple times, but obviously the first time we used it, it was a case of you haven't mown the lawn in a year. It's one of those things you always wonder. It's like, are other people having the same problem I'm having? Like, are they also struggling to shave that? Or is it just me? Like, I don't know how to do it. Have I not got the method figured out? No, I think we're all in the same boat here. I think everyone struggles with that. But this just makes it a hell of a lot easier. You know, it's pretty quiet. Not obviously it's an electric razor. It's going to make a bit of noise, but it is fairly quiet. Flashlight as well. I didn't know it came with a flashlight. Extremely useful feature. You know, why not shove a flashlight on there? Very useful. Waterproof as well. I want to use this in the shower. These are great features that just make it a whole lot more appealing. So, in review, Manscaped, would I recommend? 100%. Probably seems like a bit of an expensive investment, but I think for the long run, why not? If you're a guy, I think you're going to find it very useful. If you're a girl who's for some reason made it to the end of this video, you might find it very useful for your partner. Now, of course, gone are the days where men used to be fluffy creatures, all poof. Now we're all about that hairless vibe. Most anyway. I am myself. I'm not a huge fan of having mounds of body hair. I'd rather it was just either not there or short and sweet. I don't want to be feeling like a Sasquatch. Now, I know looking at me, you're probably thinking, well, what hair, bruh? Okay, this, one day, okay? My genes are working against me. One day. For now, I'm just baby face. But yes, fellas, maybe you've heard about it. Maybe you've thought about getting it, but you just haven't quite done it. Do it. Ladies, if you ain't happy with what it is down there, do it. Manscaped.